Annyeonghaseyo. How are you, all my beautiful people? And welcome to the Alternate Point of View. My name is Tracy Lee. I hope you are all having a great evening, day, night, wherever you are in this world. Today, we are going to do a short, quick video about Luigi Mangione, who has been extradited to New York City and is being charged with domestic terrorism. Oh my, it just keeps getting deeper. And what a welcome he has had in New York City. I cannot believe the amount of people who are in his corner. It is so very strange. He is being hailed again as some sort of hero. I want to play you his helicopter ride that he received from Pennsylvania to New York City and the amount of supporters that he has, that everyone is just in awe of him and really just fighting for his freedom, which obviously, if he is found guilty, he is not going to receive. But yes, let's have the discussion. Let's talk about Luigi. And let's see what is happening with Luigi and what we think the next steps are going to be. And I had to look up the domestic terrorism, definition, because I was really surprised that he was going to be charged with that. Because I was really confused as to what domestic terrorism. I did not realize that this could be a charge for him against a CEO of a healthcare company, but after seeing the actual definition, it made more sense. So let's see, check out this video.
Back in New York today after waiving extradition from Pennsylvania. The 20-year-old is accused of killing UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson earlier this month. There was plenty of fanfare as he arrived for court hearings today, with spectators holding signs of support for Mangione. ABC's Alexis Christoforous has the latest now from New York.
Luigi Mangione arriving in New York City Thursday afternoon, brought by helicopter and greeted by federal and local officials. The alleged killer then making his first appearance in federal court, facing 4 new federal charges, including murder through the use of a firearm. He did not enter a plea. He's expected to be remanded to custody at a federal jail in Brooklyn. The federal criminal complaint says Mangione traveled from Georgia to New York, for the purposes of stalking and killing Brian Thompson. Thompson was the CEO of UnitedHealthcare. The complaint contains excerpts from a notebook police say they seized from Mangione after his arrest. The handwritten pages express hostility towards the health industry and wealthy executives in particular. According to the complaint, one entry saying the target is insurance because it checks every box. The federal complaint also including a photo of the 9mm pistol and silencer police say Mangione had on him when he was arrested, saying it's consistent with the weapon used to kill Thompson. The 26-year-old also faces an 11-count state indictment in New York, which includes a charge of murder in furtherance of terrorism.
This act of terrorism and the violence that stems from it is something that would not be tolerated in the city.
Earlier in the day, Mangione waived extradition to New York during a court appearance in Pennsylvania. Outside that hearing, spectators gathered, some holding signs in support of the alleged killer, others noting the attention the case has brought to problems with the U.S. healthcare system.
We have our own reasons to be frustrated, fed up, angry with our government and our healthcare system. We both needed medical procedures that, we had to fight for, that we shouldn't have had to fight for.
If convicted on the state charges, Mangione faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. But the federal murder charge puts a possible death sentence on the table. In New York, Alexis Christoforous for Channel 6 Action News.
Okay, so I just want to say, wow. I mean, really, wow. I can understand the frustration with the healthcare system. Our healthcare system is very, very broken. And Obama did his best. He really tried to fix it with the Affordable Care Act. I don't want to completely knock the Affordable Care Act, but let's just be real. The Affordable Care Act stinks, okay? And we don't have the best healthcare system. It is awful. we have to do more prior authorizations and more jumping through hoops than we ever had before. So it is not great. Okay. But, I wonder how many of those people are voters? How many of those people are, concerned about term limits? How many of those people actually voted and put in people in office that voted for or against the Affordable Care Act? How many of them actually read the Affordable Care Act and understand that actually destroyed our healthcare system? So people need to think about who you are voting into office. What are you doing to make a difference? Taking someone's life is not the right direction. That's not the way to go. And again, Luigi Mangione comes from a very, very wealthy family. And here he is supposedly writing statements about, going after the wealthy, going after these healthcare companies, when he himself, his family is actually wealthy and they are actually part of the problem. So I just find it very strange and ironic that if this is the right person, that he's actually going after his own family. So he must have some sort of disdain for his own family when he benefited from that very wealth and that very family by going to a very prestigious private school and going to a very Ivy League college. So I just find it very strange. So when I looked up the domestic violent extremism, domestic terrorist act or definition of domestic terrorism, activities that involve acts dangerous to human life, that are a violation of the criminal laws of the United States or any state, appear to be intended to intimidate or coerce a civilian population to influence the policy of a government by intimidation or coercion, or to affect the conductive government by mass destruction, assassination, or kidnapping, and occur primarily within the territorial jurisdiction of the United States. So it can be to anyone. It doesn't necessarily have to be to a group or to a government or anything like that. It could be to influence the government, to influence a group. So what he did, I guess, is an act of terrorism because he is trying to influence our government and a group, an organization, to change the way they are doing things. And he, like I said, has said in the past, he is it is kind of sort of working. He is starting I don't want to say it's really not working. He is starting a coalition of followers. He's starting a coalition of people who are praising him, but he's not really changing anything about our healthcare system. Nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. The government's not responding. No one is fixing anything. So this hasn't really done anything, but it's really shined the true colors of America, and it's really shined the true colors of citizens, and shown how we are as a nation and the praise that the wrong people get once again in our nation, and how we fall for anything. So that is my 2 cents. That is my alternate point of view, once again, about what Luigi has done. And it shows how absolutely our nation and the people in it will praise the wrong people and put people on a pedestal that should not be there. So there you have it. Luigi has been brought to New York. He will face a trial. We will see if the evidence is his. Again, I am still looking for the credit card that he used to ride that e-bike. I am still looking for how he got away from New York to Pennsylvania. I am still wondering how he was recognized when the brows, and again, the brows don't match, but it could be altered video, altered photo. I don't know. I still have questions. So once again, we have another person who is identified by their brows. So I just am kind of curious. how that happened. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you think about this person. What do you think about the healthcare system? Put it in the comments below. What experience have you had with our healthcare system? What do you think about the Affordable Care Act? What are your experiences with the Affordable Care Act? I've shared mine. What are your experiences? How many prior authorizations have you had to wait for? How many weeks, months, anything that you've had to wait for a hospital visit, anything? Just spill it. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss. I want to know what you think about our healthcare system. And if you think Canada or England or any of those people have better healthcare systems than we do, I can guarantee you that they don't. I can tell you that South Korea has one of the best healthcare systems in the world, and they can sometimes literally get a procedure done same day. And they can see a doctor for less than a McDonald's meal in America. That's how great their healthcare system is. So what would it be like for America to have a healthcare system like that? So look it up. I'd like to know. Leave in the comments below. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and that notification bell, because if you don't know when videos are being made. I appreciate you guys so super bunches. I think you guys are the best in the world. Thank you for joining the community. And also don't forget, we have memberships. You can join as a member and get exclusive videos and way better rates on merchandise. And you'll get a special sticker and a shout out from me. And once again, thank you, Gwen. Thank you, Lindsay Renee. I appreciate you so much because you're dedicated, and I appreciate all my OGs. And I will see you in the next video. 감사합니다.